Hey you guys, and happy Thursday. This week has been so awesome. We have loved getting all of your guys' pictures and videos from this week. So remember to keep doing your assignments, and once they're done, turn them in online or hold on to them so that you can turn them into the school when we're all done. All right, friends. So yesterday we talked about giving money, and today we're going to talk about borrowing money. Now, to borrow means that you're getting something with the promise that you'll eventually be giving it back. So sometimes people borrow money and then say next week, I'll pay it back. Now we're going to watch a video all about borrowing money.
There was once a hen named Melissa Brown. She wanted to be the prettiest chicken in town. She had no money, just 2 legs, and a body that could daily lay some eggs. One day, she met Rosie, who had pink feathers, and realized her own brown feathers were in tatters. She decided then to look like Rosie, whose pink feathers looked so new and snazzy. "Where did you get your feathers painted?" "Over there, where 3 boys waited." The first boy had a cup of pink ink. "Give me an egg, I'll paint 1 feather pink." The second boy had nothing in hand. "Give me an egg and I'll tell you my plan." The third boy had a pail of pink ink. "Give me an egg, I'll paint 10 feathers pink." Melissa stared at her 3 choices, and in her head kind of heard these voices. "The first one's too expensive, you can't afford it. The second one's too cheap, something fishy about it. The third one seems to be the best of the lot. That's what you should get. Give it all you've got." Oh boy, Melissa told the third boy. "I want to be pink. Give me your ink." "You seem to have 1,000 feathers, so that's 100 eggs to paint your feathers. On top of that, there's a service fee. So 100 more eggs for service from me." "What?" said Melissa, horrified. "You didn't say that. You mean you lied?" "It's not a lie, it's service charge. Ask them too, they'll all charge you." "I don't have 200 now, but I want pink feathers, so tell me how." "You can get a credit line and pay slowly over time." Melissa agreed and signed in ink, and instantly got her feathers pink. But now in debt, she laid eggs for the boy. For 200 days she had no joy. The next time she saw Rosie again, Rosie's feathers were green. That hen was vain. "How do you afford it?" asked Melissa in despair. "I waited for a promotion. Why spend so much on hair?" As Rosie strutted off, Melissa learned how money should be spent wisely and not burnt.
All right, now you guys have seen an example of sometimes it's once you start borrowing money, it can be really hard to pay it all back. Now, I want you guys to think about a time where you borrowed something. It doesn't have to be money. It can be a time you borrowed a toy from a friend, or maybe you borrowed a game from a cousin or something from an aunt or an uncle. So think about a time where you borrowed something and get a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. We are going to do an activity. All right, you guys should have a blank piece of paper and your pen or pencil. So we are going to answer 3 questions. Now, you don't have to write down the questions. I just want you to write down your answers. The first question says, tell me about a time you borrowed something. So we're going to answer that question, and I'm going to tell you guys an example. I borrowed blank from blank. One time, I borrowed money from Miss Pierce to buy nachos. And now in my sentence, I start with a capital letter and I end with a period. So here is my period at the end of my sentence. Question number 2. What deal did you make to borrow it? I promised to blank. So think about it. What did you borrow? Who did you borrow it from? And what deal did you make to borrow it? So for me, I promised to pay Miss Pierce back the next day. So I promised to pay her back the next day. Now again, I started with a capital, I have my period, and we're good to go. So go ahead and answer your second question. And when you're ready, go on to question number 3. Did you keep your promise? And your answer is going to be yes, I did, or no, I did not. For me, yes, I did. I did keep my promise. So you guys go ahead and write down that answer. Yes, I did, or no, I did not. And once you're done, take a picture, submit it on Class Dojo, or send it to your teacher, or you can hold on to it to turn in when we're all done with our packets. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow.